There we go. Okay, yay. Welcome everybody to our fourth to do online. And today Anna's going to teach us hydration reconfiguration, a new version.
It's really a hydration recon because I'm always changing the recipes and always trying to figure out what suits me, which I would tell everyone to do. There's some basic things you need to know, and then you need to decide how tart you want it, how sweet you want it, how salty you want it. You gotta believe me, you gotta have salt in here or it's not gonna work like a sports drink.
Okay, Joey is connecting to audio. Let me make sure everybody's got on. And what we'll do is we will mute all except for Anna. And then if you want to ask her a question, since we're a small group, just hit your space bar and then you can ask her a question. If you want to do it on the chat, I will keep looking at the chat and interrupt Anna and ask her the question that shows up there. So we got one more coming in. Looks like we're all in. Okay. All right. So then if you go to speaker view, you'll be able to see Anna full screen.
Hey, there's Ben. Ben's here.
Hey.
Hey, Ben.
How's it going?
Good. I'm about ready to start.
Awesome. I don't know if I'm darked out over here. It's kind of dark where I'm at. I can see you. You look great.
Yeah, I'm ready to change voices into my Julia Child's voice. I'm going to get really high like this, and we're just going to have a great time today. Just kidding. Okay, so what I'm going to show everybody today is I've been squeezing citrus, and I have it ready to go, and I have jars of water out, and the water that I have out is from a really good filter in the sink here, so it's a pretty clean water. And we're going to make this sports aid. I won't mention any names. Okay, sports drink or a fruit drink that doesn't have all the sugar in it or doesn't have all the aspartame and the bad sugar substitutes that are been proven to do all kinds of horrible things to our bodies. Probably not in small amounts, but if you're as old as I am and you've lived through the Tab generation and the Diet Dr. Pepper generation, you know, I don't need to ever drink any more of those. So I have beautiful, and I need to make a bit of a disclaimer here. I have beautiful blood orange juice that is gorgeous. It looks like this. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Really nice and clear. Oh yeah, I can't see where I am. Maybe I should change that view. Can I change that view? That's okay. We'll work it out. Bobna's here. Blood oranges are super expensive in the stores usually, and we have a tree we've had for 10 years, and this year it decided it would go into mass production. So we're drinking blood orange juice and putting it in different foods and vegetables and meats and giving it away to the neighbors, and I'm using it. It's just so gorgeous. This is how they look. They look like a little bit like blood, but they're sweet and tart at the same time. So if you like sweet tarts, you probably like this. So these are the jars I have with just plain water. There's 2 cups of water in here, and I'm going to start by doing this. I'm going to put the blood orange juice in there, but that's a half a cup, yeah. And then I heated up 3 teaspoons, and as far as a recipe goes, let's go back there. In the quart jars, they hold 4 cups of liquids. And I have 2 cups are already in here that the water's clean, and then I just put a half a cup of blood orange juice. And then I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice. Last time I had one of the was Malcolm, actually, who drank the lemonade or the limeade thinking it was like a lemonade, but it's not. It was straight lemonade, and it really was awful to him. So this is lime squeezed from the yard, and I will get a 1/4 cup measuring thing here and measure it. I'm gonna just put not even quite, almost. So that is almost a 1/4 cup. And And I also have regular oranges. We have a navel orange tree that we don't know how old it is. It was here when we moved here 20 years ago, and it's beat up and mad and recently been producing beautiful navel oranges. So I'm gonna put, and these are sweet, totally sweet, 1/4 of that. And I'm gonna also, as I said, in this pan, I heated up 3 cups of water and 2 teaspoons of salt, because you have to have salt to replace what you've sweated. I mean, if you're working out, if you're working on a job outdoors. So that is 3/4 of a cup. And now Richard is here. So I'm gonna get Richard to actually taste this, okay? I'm gonna stir it up. I've been tasting it all along and I've lost my ability to be objective. So, where's my, okay, there, right here. So you're the person, you know how I've made it before. You can actually just add club soda to it and drink it if you drink club soda. Oh, here we go. That's a lot. Probably shouldn't have given you that much.
I can handle it.
Too salty?
No.
Not enough flavor?
Well, it's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good. Okay, that's a great recipe right there. You got it? Okay. All
You
right.
can taste a little salt. It tastes like,
Let me taste
it tastes like Gatorade that's way better than Gatorade.
I think it could use more blood orange juice. Or more orange juice.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be a little thin as
Mhm.
far as juice goes.
So I'm going to put another 1/4 of a cup of orange juice in there. And I'm going to do this a couple times.
Yeah, so Anna, can you go over the recipe again?
2 cups of plain water. 1/2 cup of blood orange juice, which is a really tart but sweet orange juice, and it's that beautiful red color. And then 3/4 of a cup of water that I heated up and put you guys figure this out. 3 cups of water and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I heated up about 45 minutes ago, and it's just now cooling down. And that's the best way to really know how salty it's going to be. And if you don't put the salt in it, you don't have anything pushing against the sweetness. The problem with those drinks is that they have a lot of chemicals in them. They have a lot of sugary things in them, and there's nothing to push against the sweetness, and this except for their form of salt. This is a sea salt. This is Himalayan salt. It's not straight out of the can. You know, it's like this beautiful pink salt that you can buy at any grocery store now these days.
Anna?
Yeah.
Anna, did you say, so I was typing it up, 2 cups plain water, 1 cup blood orange juice, 3/4 cup something?
Of salinated water, which would be the water that I heated the salt in.
And the salt had, so how much salt?
1/2 teaspoon.
Okay, salinated, I'm writing it down.
Not with Morton's salt though.
What kind?
Well, Himalayan salt, pink salt, or this salt is really good from Utah. It's called Real Salt, R-E-A-L. I'm not pushing the brand, but it's a really good salt. It's from Utah.
Yeah, I get that kind.
Yeah, you can find it in any grocery store. None of this is, and I think if you really want it sweet, I have maple syrup here. This is where you get to decide. I got maple syrup. I have white regular sugar, and also some organic sugar over there. And I have honey, but I don't usually use honey in these drinks. I've served this to so many people who've been here when it's really hot, and people will say, "Is there salt in this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, there's salt." And they're like, "Really, this tastes great." And then if you ice it and you let it sit in the refrigerator, you can make it super strong and then ice it, and it dilutes, and that's when it's its best, when you make a big pitcher of it. Like 2 of these, and then pretty strong, add more lemon, taste it, see how it tastes, and then keep it in the refrigerator and let the ice kind of dilute it.
And Anna, the salinated water, so you said you heated beforehand 3 or 4 cups of water?
There's 3 cups of water in this pan and a teaspoon and a half of salt. And that was plenty. It's very salty water.
Got it.
I know that some people have used a green tea as their base. I just use straight water. And that would give you kind of a caffeine, bump, I guess you could say,
So then it's a Red Bull, right?
Yeah, then it's a Red Bull, right. That's right. And because I have all these blood oranges, I'm actually going to put another, let's see how much this is. I'm going to put another 1/4 of a cup in there just because I love how beautiful this color is. So that's, and also it's so powerful. It's such a beautiful, tart, astringent, sweet taste. So
Anna, if we don't have blood orange juice, what would be your next best? Valencias?
Valencias are fantastic. And then I do this. This is expensive, but you can't drink it very much. This is cherry juice, tart cherry juice. And I would put about, for this whole jar, no more than 1/4 of a cup. Because it's expensive, but it really gives it that tart, intense flavor.
So you would use regular orange juice and then a shot of, like a tequila sunrise. Yeah, shot of cherry juice. Okay, good. What are your other options that you use?
I made ginger. I took candied ginger in this jar and put it in the bottom. It tasted wonderful. So I'm experimenting tonight with this, definitely tonight, because I thought I have this candied ginger. I'm going to try it. And I'll put a lot of lemon in it. If you're in this is corny, but I do it all the time. If you're somewhere and you have control of whatever you're drinking and you don't want to keep drinking, you can just make a cocktail without the liquor, and you got these beautiful fruit drinks without any kind of alcohol in them. And then you sometimes can put a little bit of bitters in it. But anyway, I started with this water and candied. I heated it up, and so it tastes sweet and it tastes gingery, and it'll be kind of spicy. And then I'll figure out what goes with that. I'll put the blood orange in it, definitely, and then see how it tastes. It's always depending upon what's in season and what's inexpensive. If I can figure that out with it, that's just a 1/2 cup, not a whole cup, a 1/2 cup. And then I'll put a quarter of a cup of the orange juice. Orange juice is super spikes sugar in your body, really high, and can make someone with blood sugar issues sort of feel awful. So it's probably not good to drink this straight. And I definitely need some salt, so I'll put a 1/2 cup of salt in there. I could dump the salt in and not heat it up in water, but this is gonna make it much more together quicker. Anybody have any questions?
So I always thought it was weird to, when you're thirsty, to have salt, right? It seems sort of like, but wait, that's just going to make me more thirsty. How is that going to, it never made sense to me.
Yeah. Well, it's also like drinking a hot cup of tea or coffee when it's hot.
Yeah.
And I think it changes your body temperature to kind of meet the heat. In that regard, I don't know about the salinity, but I do understand the idea of drinking something really hot when it is hot outside. Like Morocco, India, yeah. Bhavna, she may know the answer to that. Let's see. Oh, and then if you're a big club soda drinker, I just spit this out.
Bhavna says, lime is good with ginger. It makes you sweat, thus cooling you down.
Hey, I'm putting the lime in. I got lime, Bhavna. This is my lime we have a lime tree and we have all these citrus. We failed miserably at all the stone fruit trees, but we have citrus. I'm gonna measure it though. This one's for you, Bhavna. So that's 1/8 of a cup. I can't wait to taste that one, really. Yeah, look, I have these special hydration drops. This is if you're really gonna make it work like it's supposed to work. And this is calcium and magnesium and a tiny bit of chromium and a little bit of chloride and some sodium and potassium. So, and I got these at Sprouts, and the brand is Ionic Minerals. Yeah. Doesn't sound like a brand now. Okay, I'm gonna taste this. If we were in this truly virtual reality world, I could just hand you this cup and you could take it and you could try it yourself. Oh man, this is great. This is great. You gotta taste this.
Which one
it's
is
the
this?
ginger. Thank you, Bhavna. The lime was perfect.
It's very good.
Isn't it good? Okay, we got a new recipe right here. That's the 2 cups of water.
And Anna says ginger's good with stomach issues.
There you go. All right.
And Stacy says grating turmeric into juices lately. Good for inflammation.
Should be, there's pieces of the sugar ginger down at the bottom of this. So that would be fantastic. Turmeric, yeah.
So we have a lot of requests for the recipe written down, and I know Siobhan put it on our chat, but maybe we can also upload it to our website.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great.
It's,
You don't have a picture that you could hold up of your recipe?
Well, I had
Well, there's several recipes.
I had what I knew the top and the bottom of it, so it's not really the correct thing to show you because it's put
Okay.
in a quart container, 2 cups of water, another cup of salinated water, which really makes it 3 cups of water, and then some strong, potent fruit juices. And those, depending upon what you like, how strong you like it. And if you wanted to reduce, I'm sorry?
No, that's good.
Okay, all right. I think that's everything.
I could type up the recipe and put it on, or have you hand draw it. It's better, and then we can add it to the video when we
Beautiful.
upload it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Okay.
I'll do
Anna, this is Bhavna. I have a question.
Okay, do that's the way.
Would you use like berries or other kind of fruit besides citrus?
I haven't with this drink that I give to people in really hot weather, but I think it's a good idea. But I did think of elderberries, which I'm taking them in various different forms because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
And this is straight elderberries. And
Mm.
I haven't tried it, but I will try it in one of these today. It's just a really sweet, beautiful syrup that has really beautiful properties of that enhance and strengthen your immune system.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. You know, we don't keep these juices long in the house. They get consumed pretty fast. So I think berries would be wonderful to put in there, Bhavna.
Thanks, Anna.
A raspberry. Yeah, I kind of wrecked the kitchen, but I love it. Here, it's a little bit like I'm going to push this down so you can see the countertop here. It's like, tell me what you guys see.
Yeah.
It's like potion making.
Yeah, it's like potion making. I'm retiring soon and I'm going to become a full-time potion maker.
We won't call it witchcraft.
No, we won't. No, I don't care. You can call it whatever you want. I don't care. These oranges, or the blood oranges, have a little tiny, let me me see where the camera is. Little thin skin, and they're very dark and very tart and very sweet simultaneously. They're just beautiful fruits. But we have a tree, and we're really lucky this year, for it to be mass producing hundreds of oranges right on the tree.
Great. Very cool. Okay, does anyone have any other questions for Anna and Bhavna and Ben and Siobhan?
Does anybody,
Stacy.
Is Joey there?
Joey said he was coming back, but I never saw him make it back. Oh, maybe he is.
Are you back, Joey?
What's up, dude?
There we go.
does anybody have any drinks that they make at home that are somewhat like what Anna does, or that wants to share?
I usually put salt in my smoothie, or I have been lately, but other than, yeah, I haven't really made anything like this. It's more just juice and water based.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the salt helps you absorb water, right?
I think it makes you rehydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lets the liquids in your body. If you don't have any salt with all that water you're drinking, it kind of just flushes out of your body. So it really does absorb more.
It looks really good. I'm gonna try it. I've made like mocktails are starting to get kind of big now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are starting to try to be healthier or something. But
Yeah.
So
bitters are really good in a lot of things too. Like you're saying, you can put a little bit of bitters in it.
Yeah. I think
Adds a little bit more complexity.
it does. So we have the Angostura, which is aromatic, and then we have an orange one, an orange bitter. So any of these are so low. They're so powerful and they're so beautiful, and they add complexity to it. That's a brilliant idea.
and this is a great time
Right,
to
well,
just
Ben's a
ask your neighbors
professional.
if they have
Oh.
citrus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I love my neighborhood. Everybody's putting out boxes of their fruit. It's really nice.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Up in Oceanside.
Are you
In
guys
Oceanside,
all,
which part?
are you all washing your fruit and stuff? Is everybody doing the whole decontamination thing with their produce?
Yeah.
Probably need to wash it with soap, huh?
Well,
Or
yeah, or
something, or vinegar, like a vinegar
Vinegar.
solution or something, or
Yeah, I heard vinegar.
yeah.
I scrubbed all these oranges under cold water and collected the water and put it out. But if you don't have if you have organic produce, you don't know what's on your oranges. I don't know. So I just scrub them all a little bit and then let them dry and then juice them.
Cool. All right, folks.
I think that's all I need to say. I knew it was going to be short. I thought it'd be short and have it all done for you in no time. I didn't add any sugar to anything because I don't usually, but add away. I mean, if you've got kids that need a little sugar, give it to them.
Fantastic. Okay, and this will be on YouTube pretty soon, as soon as we figure that one out. No, we have a To Do YouTube channel. You can watch all of our things. And then next up, I'll be making aprons out of those blue jeans that don't fit us anymore. And that'll be Saturday at 10:30. We have a whole list on our website now of all the offerings that we're going to be having. So if you go to todomending.org, you can see the list of all the things that we're going to be teaching. It'll be fun. Thanks, Anna.
You're so welcome. Glad to see people I know. It's so cool.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Anna.
Bye, everybody.
There's Richard saying goodbye in the background.
Bye, Richard.
Bye, Richard.
what are you gonna do with all that juice?
I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah.
Party, a 6-foot distant party. No, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Not ready for that.
Yeah, I know.